This is for you if you want to increase your income. I'm covering 5 high-income soft skills that you need to be working on. Hey, I'm Miles Street, and I help for-profit, nonprofit leaders who have been experiencing winning moments in the past, but right now you realize you need a new game plan. And in that new game plan, you want to increase your soft skills. The first soft skill I want to cover for you that you need to be working on is your listening skills. I know, it sounds simple, but we live in a day and an age where we really don't take the time to listen, and we've lost the art of listening. And it is art form that you can use to increase your income, because the better listener you become, the better communicator you are. We have so much access to information. We are being blown up in our emails, with our social media, with our different texting platforms that we're using, and we're trying to get multiple things done at one time. And all that information, all these communication tools distract us from really hearing what others are saying. How many times have you been having a conversation with someone and you catch yourself looking down at your phone, looking at information? Well, when you do that, you've just communicated to that person that what they're saying doesn't matter to you. For you to improve your listening skills, the first thing you need to do is to put that phone down. Close that laptop. Shut that email down. Give that person your full, undivided attention. It may take 5 minutes. It might take 2 minutes. Hell, it could take 10 minutes of just your focus to hear that person out. And if you remember what Stephen Covey said in the 7 Habits of Highly Successful People, he said, listen to understand, not to respond. It is okay for you to listen to someone and pause for a moment, not have an answer right away, because if you have an answer right away, 9 times out of 10, you have formed that answer in your head while they were speaking and you didn't hear a word that they had to say. We hear a lot of stuff and there's a lot of information going on out there, but if you want to increase your income, you got to apply a few simple skills to improve your listening, which will pay positive dividends on your communication skills. How does it help your communication skills? Well, if you listen really well, you will understand better your clients, your customers. You will understand better your team members, associates, colleagues, whoever it is you're referring to. You will understand what they are saying, and you will be able to communicate more clearly so that they understand what your goals and objectives are, what your vision is, how important they are to you, and it's all because you really heard what they said. And if you make a person feel heard, you make them feel important. When you make them feel important, they will be either a returning customer or client, or they will be an associate who will give more towards your organization because they feel like they matter. They feel like you care about them. If you can create that, you're going to build trust. You're going to connect at a deeper level with them. You're going to help. You're actually going to be able to retain important information better as well. Active listening, you need to develop your active listening skills, both verbally and non-verbally. You need to be paying attention to their body language. That is something when you want to have that communication and you need to listen to them, you need to be present. That means when you're being able to do it face-to-face if you can. Yeah, you might be in the same room or you might be doing it virtually. At least virtually, you got the camera on, you can see the body language at the same time. You can hear the tones of the words. You can hear the words that are being used. As a coach and a consultant, when I'm working with my clients, and if we're doing it via video call, yes, I can pay attention to their body language as well. If I'm not doing it with a video call and I'm just listening to their words, I'm listening to that tone. I'm listening to that intonation. I'm listening to the words that they use. Because if they continue to use certain words over and over again, or if they continue to use certain tone over and over again, it helps me to help them identify and bring clarity to the issue, or identify possible solutions, or help them identify areas that they need to be focusing on and working on to improve in their business or in their leadership. Now, if you're doing that as well, you're helping your team improve in those areas. You're listening to where are the problems at, what are their concerns, what are the issues they're dealing with. Some things you need to be practicing with them to improve your listening skills. Here are 4 simple active listening skills that you need to be applying to improve your listening. 1, use verbal and nonverbal reinforcement. That means nodding your head, showing that you're paying attention with your body language, but also using words without completely interrupting them, agreeing or not agreeing, but not interrupting what they're saying. Ask open-ended questions. If you really want to get to the bottom of it, you really want to understand, then ask those open-ended questions so that you get more information from them. Learn to paraphrase their key points. That shows that you're paying attention to them and what they're having to say. And while you're doing it, show empathy and don't be judgmental. As soon as you become judgmental, it shuts it down. You've made a judgment call that you really are not sure about. So put yourself in their shoes and pay attention. The second high-income soft skill you need to be working on is kindness. Right. Kindness is your superpower. And think of it that way. It doesn't hurt to be kind. There's enough assholes and jerks out there already. Don't be another one. The one thing I like about kindness is the fact that you can be tough, you can be one badass motherfucker, and you can still be kind. That's right. I think about it like this. I think about it in a sports analogy. I'm going to run over your ass, and I'm going to beat your ass in the ground, and I'm going to give it my best. And if I knock you down and you're my opponent, I'm going to be a good sport about it and offer your hand to help you get back up. And that's how I view kindness. Kindness doesn't mean I have to let people run over me. Kindness doesn't mean I don't think about what I need and what my goals are and what my objectives are. I don't forget about myself. So kindness to me is I'm going to celebrate your wins. I'm going to cheer you on. I'm going to help you get better. I hope you're going to improve. I hope you create your own wins. I'll say thank you. I will recommend you to others. I believe that what I will give out will come back to me. So kindness will be what I give out. Hate and disrespect will never be tolerated. Kindness gives you a competitive advantage because it makes you more likable. When you're more likable, people are going to enjoy working for you, and they're going to give you their best efforts. Because when you're kind and respectful to people, it's going to bring out their creativity. And their creativity will help you be more relevant in this ever-changing world. You want to be more innovative? You want to be the top dog in your industry? Well, then practice kindness. And it's not just a one-time act. It's a part of your character. It's a part of who you are. You do that by giving credit where credit is due. When you give that credit, when you show people you care, when you acknowledge them, when you celebrate them, they're going to be more motivated to give you their best. Finally, kindness attracts and keeps great talent. If you're losing a lot of people right now, or you continue to lose good people, hopefully you're doing some assessments of why that is. Because the majority of people leave because of poor leadership and management. And a lot of times it's just because they're assholes and jerks and they want to get the hell away from them. So if you continue to see people leave, it might be a reflection of you. That might mean you need to make some changes. And one of those changes is be kind. Show people you care. All right, this is for that solopreneur out there right now, or maybe you're a 9-to-5 and you got a side hustle. You're getting started and you want to be more efficient. You've gone through that list. You've trying to figure out what you need to eliminate or what you need to automate or what you need to delegate. And let's just face it, maybe you don't have the finances right now to delegate, or money's tight. Let's just say money's tight and you can't afford to do that right now. What do you do? Well, sometimes you got to give up the good to get to the great. And you need to really go over that list and determine for yourself what is it that you're going to focus on and commit to. That might mean you give up some good things right now, but you dive in and go in on that thing you feel really certain about, that if you invested your time and energy and your focus on that, that would give you the greatest benefits and returns. You can't do it all. Don't try to multitask it. Go hard and go in on that one thing. Commit to a season of it. Anything like that will help you gain that focus that you need to have right now. All right, so you went through that list. You decided to eliminate. You've decided what you're going to automate and what you're going to delegate. Those things that you're going to keep for yourself to do, it is time for you to streamline and remove all forms of waste. This, again, is just going to require you to do some study, pay attention, and evaluate how are you using and and spending your time? What are the results that you're getting and seeing? Analyze the data and pay attention to it. From that analytical part of it, you can streamline and get more efficient at what you are responsible for. Because at the end of the day, your time is your money and you're not going to get it back. Some other things that you can focus on and practice at being more efficient is make sure you build good systems and processes. The better systems and processes you build, the more efficient you're going to be. You're going to need to evaluate those systems and processes as well. And you're going to need to figure out how can you streamline them at the same time. Some other tips is create a work schedule, create a work rhythm for yourself. When are your most efficient times for you to work? When you're the most creative? When are you the most focused? There's all kinds of studies people do out there, but you can also look at yourself and what is it? When is it that you are most creative? What brings that creativity out? Those projects that you're working on, when can you be most focused on them? Create your work schedule based on how you function best and what brings benefits to you so that you can get the things done that you need to get done. As you create that work schedule, block out time in your day for those activities. Give yourself periodical breaks so that you can rejuvenate, refresh your thinking, your energy, and set limits. Set limits on your email, set limits on your social media, set limits on your meeting times. Damn, if you can't get the information out there in 20 minutes, then figure out how you can streamline. What are the essentials? Stick to the agenda. There's so many practical things that you can do. And hell, stop having those damn meetings to have a meeting. You're wasting your time and others. Finally, break down your projects into steps. Design a communication plan for yourself and stop multitasking. And don't expect it from others. If there's one last thing I want to leave you with, it is commit to your downtime. When you need a break, take the break and enjoy the break. The fourth high income skill you need to be working on is persistence. I know it can be hard and it can be difficult and you want to quit and you want to give up. The reality is you just got to keep going. You got to keep pushing through. You have to stay with it. It's not going to be fun. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be pretty damn hard sometimes. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to get angry. You're going to wonder if you're ever going to make it. But in those hard times and those difficult times, you got to keep pushing through. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to experience failures along the way, but it's not going to be the end of you. You may feel like it is, and I've been there. God, I have been there too many times. And you just got to keep going. Go one more time. Go one more day. And it can be really something super simple. I'm not asking you that you kill yourself over this. I'm just saying, don't give up. Be persistent. Those people who are going to be persistent, who are willing to do the hard work behind the scenes and they keep going, later on down the road, you will be seen as that overnight success. All those overnight successes you hear about or think are real or see on social media, majority of the people that are really got there, not fakes, not the fakes. The ones who really got there had to be persistent through some very difficult times. There's a bridge you got to build to be persistent. And that bridge is called discipline. Motivation is overrated. You have to have a plan and follow that plan and stick with that plan. Doesn't mean that you don't make adjustments and you don't make changes. You're going to have times you're going to have to pivot. You're going to have to make some major adjustments along the way, but you got to be disciplined. And as you are disciplined and you stay the course, you need to celebrate process. You need to find joy in the process. If this is really for you and really your thing, it's all part of your purpose, it matches up with your passion, then you will find ways to find joy. And don't expect to come from other people. It's got to come from you. This is for you. This is a part of you, and you need to bring it out. If you're feeling down, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling like, I can't keep going right now, well, let me encourage you. You can. You are enough. You're good enough. You're going to make it. You have to stay the course. If you stay the course, your perseverance is what's going to make you that expert. Your consistency and your persistency is what's going to give you that win in the end. It's that repeated activity over and over again that's going to build that experience that you need to find your success. What makes you an expert is you've experienced the failures and you've come back from them. You've learned how to pivot and adjust and change. You've also learned what works and you've gone all in on those things. Some other tips for you to apply is look at what are the best practices in your industry. Keep implementing those things. Continue to do what's been working for you. Don't stop on those things that are working for you. Keep going in and go all in on them. Borrow and steal great ideas and just make them better. You don't have to be the originator of them. You can borrow and steal them and make them better. And innovate on your new discoveries and good ideas. Those new discoveries and good ideas can be those things that you borrow or steal from other places. And that's what smart workers do. Hey, do me a favor and like and subscribe to my channel. The fifth and final high income skill you should be working on is generosity. Generosity is your starting point for all new relationships. This is the foundation of trust you're about to build with them. And the reality is, those people are sizing you up just like you're sizing them. So why don't you open the door first and start with trust, giving them some of your time and your expertise. Showing them that kind of generosity on the front end will establish that foundation of trust that you need to build with them. This generosity comes from an abundance mindset. And this abundance mindset comes from a view that the assets we have to offer will serve the opportunity we are all given. It comes with our authenticity to give back. And it's from our giving that we build trust with our team members, our clients, our customers. Now, generosity doesn't operate on blind trust. It is an invitation that we're inviting the other party to join us in. You ever heard of it takes two to tango? Well, it takes two to trust. And you're inviting that person to tango with you. And will there be missteps along the way sometimes? Yes, you will make some missteps. But if you're leading this dance, you can smooth out those missteps along the way. Here are 2 tips that will pay huge dividends for you as you practice generosity. Seek to make someone's day on your team brighter and make someone's experience with your brand a delightful experience. Hey, I'm Miles Street, and I hope you got some value from this episode on high income skills. If you need to work on some of these high income skills, click the link in the description below and sign up for your Fast Fix Solution call, and I'll be glad to work with you on some of these skills. If you want to improve on your rewards and recognition program, I have a video I created recently on rewards and recognition that will bring great value to you, and I really appreciate you joining me today.